out here at Bowman Gray, and it is the big week. The Clash is this weekend. We got a lot of people expected out here. So I'm joined by Lieutenant Dan Batches with the Winston-Salem Police Department. You're kind of in charge of the parking deal out here and the traffic deal out here. Tell me kind of what you have to go through to make sure this goes smoothly.
So what we do is, obviously this started months ago, right? So we've started with NASCAR personnel and program managers and planners who have been a huge help with the parking. And then from there we've progressed forward, working with the community, working with the city of Winston-Salem, working with our partners in the Forsyth County Sheriff's Office and Kernersville Police Department as well, who are going to be assisting with some of the traffic up into the off-site parking spots. But it's been basically a weekly series that we do that we think, hey, this is no big deal, it's just another weekly series, but it's on such a bigger scale that it requires so much more attention. And then with NASCAR bringing all of their equipment for productions and scoring and timing, their equipment for like the safer barriers and the pits and the haulers and all their cars and things like that, it's just a bigger production. So we've worked through that, and we believe it's going to be a very successful event. It's going to be a very fun event for the race fans, and we think that everyone's just going to have a great time out here.
I know that my people that watch that are here every week during the summer, they know that they can find a place to park out here, and they can, come in on race night and they'll figure out a place to park, or maybe they park in the same place every single time. And then you've got our people who are coming from all of the different states. I think they said 44 states and even a couple of different countries who maybe have never been in Winston-Salem. How do you talk to each one of those groups and say, here's kind of what you need to do, be patient, pay attention to everything we're doing, and it'll work out smoothly?
Sure. So again, NASCAR has hit it from their end, the city's hit it from their end in their marketing perspective, and the police department through their public information officer and their media content team has also hit it from that end as well. We've mailed out city letters, we've done social media posts, there's been traffic advisories that have been sent out. And in fact, shortly after this, there's going to be face-to-face contact with the community residents on the east side, I'm sorry, that's the east side, yep, and then the west side of the stadium, to kind of get them informed and get them more updated if they've missed it as to the best practices for them to get in and out of their neighborhoods, so there's as little disruption to their daily lives or their weekend lives as can be. So.
Specifically, people coming out here, if you haven't bought a ticket for parking out here already, there's limited tickets available for parking in the general area, but the other parking options are over at Innovation Quarter and then out at the Legacy. Nice bus ride over here, heated or cooled depending on the weather that day.
Sure.
But outside of that, if people come to town and they're looking for a place to park, and for whatever reason they don't choose those places, what are the dangers? Because there's, even on a normal weekend, I hear stories about people who park in places and they come back and their car's not there when they get back.
Sure, and that's a real possibility this weekend as well. Again, due to the nature of what it is, the concern for safety of the communities on either side of the stadium, and the community concern and safety for the stadium itself, as well as the race fans. So basically what we're telling people is, if you park illegally, if you park in a place that's going to block an emergency services vehicle, such as a fire truck, EMS, police car, from accessing those neighborhoods or accessing any areas around this venue, you're going to be subject to towing, okay? We'll do our best to try and contact the owner, but in the end, the public safety and the concern for these communities that are definitely big stakeholders in this whole event is what our main concern is, and we'll do the things that are necessary in order for them to receive the same city services as they would any other time.
All right, so the bottom line is, buy your parking before you get here. There's on-site parking that has very limited tickets left. There's 2 nice big parking spots remote that you can park in. They'll bring you over here. It should be easy in and easy out. Take your time, get here early, all of that stuff that you always hear at all of these huge events, and this should be great. It's going to be a big event, a big weekend. I think you're going to be busy all weekend, but
I'll be
busy.
It's
cool.
going to be a great time.
Yes.
Everybody, I think, is going to have an awesome time. The weather looks like it's shaping up to be great for the weekend, so we're looking forward to it.
I can't wait for it.